Today we are making lacto fermented jalapenos or jalapeno pickles through fermentation. So you can see the jar we already did. We have a fermentation lid on here. These you can get pretty easily at most local stores, on Amazon, anything like that. But this is something we're doing because we have an abundance of jalapenos and there's only so much we can eat right now. So they should store decently. Well, you can kind of see we chop them up into little 1/4 inch pieces. I just come in and we're just slicing these up. All right, once you have them sliced, we can just throw them in our jar here. And once you have a full jar, we'll pour our brine liquid over the top and put our fermentation lid on. We left the seeds in just to make it quick and simple. You can certainly try and de-seed them if you want or cut them into different shapes. We just did circles, 1/4 inch. The other thing you'll need is some mason jars or another fermenting vessel. We like glass because you don't have to worry about it reacting with the bacteria or the fermentation process. So what you'll do is you will cut your jalapenos into little 1/4 inch pieces like this and just pack it full. And meanwhile, you will want to warm up some water on the stove, or you can just do it in a measuring cup. I don't think it needs to be hot. It'll just help dissolve the salt better if it's hot. But you'll want 4 cups of distilled water, filtered water, and then 2.5 tablespoons of, we use canning salt because it doesn't have iodine and it doesn't mar your jars at all. 2.5 tablespoons of that, mix it up. Once you pack your jar, you'll just go ahead and pour the water over and screw on your fermenting lid here. Make sure you have water in the top here. And then we're going to take this, and you take this and put it in a cupboard or somewhere dark. We'd like to have it not by the light. We have it next to our kefir that's also fermenting. And then we just go ahead and shut the door. So that we will check on again in 3 days. If it's not quite ready, we'll leave it at 5. You can go as long as you want, really, until it's to your liking. It should be slightly sour, but still crunchy. Once you've reached the desired taste and texture, you can take your fermenting lid off, or you can leave that on, but you'll want to move it to the fridge to slow down that process. It will continue to ferment, but it should last a couple months in the fridge. It's a pretty slow process once you get it in the fridge. However, just be aware it will continue to ferment over time. The colder it is, obviously the slower it is. If it's in your door, it will ferment more. But that is it. So it's pretty simple, pretty tasty, easy way to store your jalapenos. You could always can them, but that would kill off the beneficial fermented bacteria, the probiotics that you're kind of creating through the fermentation process. We really like these on things like pizza, or throw a couple in stir fries, or just eat them as a snack, or think nachos. So basically anywhere you do pickled peppers. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.